Hello, I am Jaynee from Messages from Heaven by Jaynee and remote peeks at people in the news. And that's what I'm going to do now, remote peeks. Okay. The first person I'm going to do is Putin. And what's been, you know, I mean, he had a terrible thing happen with all those people being killed by terrorists. And he is saying that, oh well, yeah, the terrorists were involved, but we think that Ukraine was involved. So let's see what he really thinks. Okay, Putin. He doesn't think he's fooling people in the West. He knows he's not. He thinks that he has the less intelligent people in Russia and people who don't read the newspaper or who want to believe him, believing that Ukraine could have something to do with it. So he's saying it because he knows some people will believe him, even though he knows generally no, they won't. He laughs about it. He actually laughs about blaming Ukraine and that some people will believe it because he knows it's nonsense. And the fact that Russia has to worry about the Muslim terrorists too, he knows, but he doesn't want to say anything. He knows that he has a fairly large Muslim population in in Russia. He doesn't care about uh, aggravating them. He doesn't care about anybody. He doesn't care about the 137 people who were killed. I I saw him with absolutely no feeling at all, calling for someone's fall out the window, out of their window. So I wonder if we probably don't get all of the falls in the Western news. It's quite a feat. He's really. I know he's a product of the KGB, the old KGB, but I still have the remnants of the the teeny cold from my little 3-year-old granddaughter. It was a teeny weeny little cold. And here I got it, and it's this terrible virus. So, anyway, I can't say much about Putin. He has those three people around him who adore him and take care of him as though he were their son. He's not. Um, he takes care of them in money and property. But they really do care for him. Whether they really feel it or not, they do it. Let's do Netanyahu. Um, Netanyahu cares about Israel. He does. He doesn't care. He doesn't consider what the rest of the world thinks. He figures they're all anti Semites. They're not all anti Semites, but he thinks they are. I think that I believe this is all for entertainment purposes, I should say. Um, he doesn't trust he has Arab friends. I think he feels as though they're exceptions. Just like, when somebody will say to you, oh, oh, sure, I'm not a racist. I have black friends. Or I'm not an anti Semite. I have Jewish friends. I don't know. It doesn't mean they're not. Um, Someone said something very racist to me personally about a month ago. And her friends are still trying to explain that what she said wasn't racist. I don't want to, I don't want to be involved with people like that. Um, anyway, so what does Netanyahu think? He doesn't trust. Well, you can't trust anybody from Hamas. Hamas people are terrorists, just like the ones that did all the massacre in Russia. They are the same ilk. What they did was barbaric, but every Palestinian is not a terrorist, and he just doesn't want to pay attention. And this part of it is that he doesn't want to be arrested. He's in trouble. He would like to stay the. I don't know how he thinks Israel would survive, but he wants to be the dictator, just like Trump wants to be the dictator here in the United States. I wish I could say something about Modi, and I will too. I don't have him on the list, but you know what? I'm going to write him on the list right now because I know that I have people in India who like me, and I like them very much, and I want to do Mr. Modi too, but I don't have him on the list for today. Um, I want to do something funny. Um, I used a thing called Nextdoor. It originates in San Francisco, California, and it's an application that is used through the United States. It's a place where people talk to one another in their particular city and they recommend various services such as plumbers, electricians, um, painters, whatever. Not my kind of painting, but wall painting. So I put on there a couple of months ago, maybe as much as 3 months ago, something that I would do free readings for people who lost a child to drugs, to addiction, which I would still do. Um, in fact, the my my guys, as I call them, told me today. They were reminding me, and that is something that I do. And if I've been charging $50 a reading, and it goes on, it could be an hour, it could be an hour and a half. It doesn't matter to me. Um, but if you can't afford the $50, talk to me. Just write to Spirits by Jaynee. I'm not in this for money. I'm doing this because I'm supposed to, and I'm supposed to have an energy exchange and all. Okay, so we're talking about next door. And again, for entertainment purposes, I'm picturing the people there, and I'm picturing them drunk and stoned. I mean, laying on their decks. I don't know if they really are, but that's what I'm picturing them. Because the stories and the behavior of the people on next door, if you don't take it personally, it is really hysterical. People complain about dog poop and people walking over their property, and it's like a wacky sob story. Um, it, it really is. It's like watching, I don't know, this light. There used to be one that mom used to watch anyway. Um, my mom. So what happens is the people in the specific cities, um, whoever is willing to volunteer, kick out the people who they don't like, or they think that that person's doing something wrong. Well, I got kicked out because even though it was for free, um, they said it was a business, and it it's not, especially not there. It's not a business for me. So I would just like to say, if you're on there, um, just be careful of what you say because they are somewhat goofy. Okay, let's go on. Merrick Garland. Um, Aside from the people laying on their desks drunk and stoned, Merrick Garland, he is not. Oh, boy, he is so serious. He's tired though. He's tired. He's angry. He had people working for him who wanted to um, subvert what they could because they were for Trump and they wanted to make Biden look bad if they could. And to some extent, they have they have at times succeeded. He has been having a hard time and he's frustrated by trying to get rid of them. Um, he is very much by the rules. He does not. He doesn't. Um, what I saw when I worked, when people wanted to get rid of, when say an administrator wanted to get rid of a worker, they would do a lot of different things to get rid of them. These people would be permanent employees. So sometimes, in fact, I know of one who was put in an office in Center City, Philadelphia, in a chair without a desk or a phone. They wanted him to retire. They wanted him to leave. Did he leave? No, he did not. So they finally just shipped him off to a facility that was out of Center City, where he was pretty happy. He was actually a good guy, but another one like Merrick Garland who followed the rules to the letter, that whatever he thought the way that he thought the rules should be interpreted, which is what Garland does. Um, I don't think that Jack Smith was really Merrick Garland's guy. I I think he was pushed. Now I don't know that for sure, and it is entertainment. I don't think I don't believe that he thought Jack Smith was needed. If it took 15 years to get to all of what Trump and his cronies had done, Merrick Garland thought that was okay. And if he didn't finish and he died, somebody else would do it. And that was fine with him. He believes the law should be followed and it should be slow. And whoever is making the decisions should see both sides without question before he or she makes the decision. I couldn't do it, and most Americans couldn't stand it. Um, I won't joke about it. It's really bad. Merrick Garland has really had it, and I think he has expressed that. He's not a big boy. He keeps everything to himself, but I think he has told Biden that he's tired and he doesn't want to continue. He will continue until a particular specific date or time, whatever Biden says, but he really isn't. He's doing it, but whatever he's doing it and he's doing it well, but he'd rather not. I don't know what he wants to do, but he doesn't want to deal with these people. He can't stand dealing with Trump. I mean, if he were honest, he would be saying the man makes him sick. Trump, I'm sorry, that's noisy. Trump makes him sick for entertainment purposes only. It's just in my head. I believe that Trump makes him sick. And I think some of Trump's cronies make him want to throw up. He is not. He just, the ideas, and he's, it's my husband. That's, try to tell him, no, no, don't do that. If the dog comes over here and belches, I'm going to tell you it was her, not him. 'Cause she does that. Okay. So, um, yeah, he really is ready to go, and I wish he would go. I really do. They need somebody who can tolerate this. Um, he wasn't the right person in the first place, and he isn't now. Okay. Any questions? Just write to Spirits by Jaynee, or write a question here. If there's anybody you really want me to take a look at, I will. Okay, Jack Smith. Jack Smith is like rearing up to go. Boy, he's angry about Aileen Cannon. He's very angry, and he's not happy with the what happened in Atlanta. He's mad about it. He's annoyed with um, what's her name? All of a sudden, I can't think of it. It's like not Lally, um, Lily. No, it's that she's the prosecutor in Atlanta, and he's sort of angry at her because she made was a stupid mistake. I don't know how she couldn't know that. I mean, growing up in Philadelphia, I saw so much corruption, but I guess not, because people still do it, and they still get caught, and you think, like, why did they do that? That was so stupid. So and so did that, and they got caught too. And why didn't this person see that those two other people got caught doing just the same thing? It's like that with the sheriff's office in Philadelphia still. Entertainment purposes only. Okay. I was asked to do Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan. He's bitter. Um, he feels like he put in all that time with Trump, and nobody stood for him. Nobody helped him keep. He wanted to keep the Speaker of the House. He wanted to keep that job. He fought for it. Got kicked out. He wore supposedly. He wore what's her name? What's her name? That goofy woman who was wearing that whole MAGA outfit at the State of the Union. What's her name? The one from
Taylor Green.
Taylor Green. Yeah, Mary, whatever. Taylor Green. Marjorie Taylor. He had to wear her underwear. So I mean, in order for him to get to do supposedly to do the job, um, for entertainment, because I think it's pretty funny. Not that it's not okay for a guy to do that, but he didn't want to do it. So, but he did for the job. If he really did. Okay. Um, he is bitter. Um, I'm thinking that I'm not sure he sees that the new guy is going to get kicked out, just like he does. He knows that Marjorie Taylor Greene wants that job, and maybe she can get it. I think he's going to back her if it comes to that. He does not think, even though he'll say he doesn't think Trump is going to win. He's afraid. He knows Trump is nuts. I mean, he has seen Trump throw food and get crazy, so he knows this is not the kind of person who should be president. He's seen him lie. He knows what Trump is really like. Um, he he does not expect to go to jail. He was involved to an extent with the January 6th stuff. And he has done things how does he feel about that? He feels that he needed to work with Trump and do what Trump asked, even if it were against the law, because he wanted to keep his place. So he doesn't feel guilty. So we'll see what happens. The other person I was asked to look at is Matt Gaetz. Gates. Um, Matt Gaetz isn't sure that he's going to get away with the stuff he did. Apparently, and again, entertainment purposes, he may have been involved with underage girls. He's involved with something. Um, his buddy, Mr. Greenberg from Florida, I think is in jail. I don't know if he's now in jail or he will be. He's definitely convicted and testified, I believe, against Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz knows what he did was against the law. He feels that it was okay. He didn't, according to him, he didn't rape anybody. They may have been underage, but he didn't rape anybody, and he feels that that law is wrong. And as far as any money that he's gotten, he feels the same thing with Jim Jordan. He feels that you need a lot of money to run for Congress, and people are not being realistic about where you get it and how much you need. And he feels that what he did could and should be excused. He's going to try to fight it. He fought the first battle. I'm sorry, and he won. But there's another battle coming up, and I don't know if he'll win. I don't think so. They really are. I don't know that Garland is involved, but there are more forces than Garland, and there are people who know what was all. They know a lot of what was done by this one, that one, the other one, and it was against the law. And these are people who were supposed to be upholding it. It was egregious. So we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm going to stop. If you want a reading, like I said, they're $50. So if you can't afford that, don't worry about it. All you have to do is contact me at spiritsbyjaynee@gmail.com. And I am so shocked about what I can do. I am so awed, and I thank my guys morning and night because I was so lucky. I won a scholarship to art school when I was 23. And, I went to the best art college certainly in Philadelphia. I mean, it was, I'm turning red now because I'm sort of embarrassed, but it really was a wonderful school. I'm not the best painter no way, but I'm learning. And I learned so much. I was just to be able to paint people and do the job I do. I'm thrilled. And then to add this one, I mean, I didn't think I was that good of a person to be so gifted. I am thrilled, and I'm so thankful. I'm going to finish a painting. I hope I may not today, but I am just finishing it up. My friend who passed away, and from there asked me to paint her with her two dogs. Um, I'm just, I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. This is this isn't something I did all my life. I painted from the time I was a little kid. I was 13. I started art school, and sometimes sometimes the universe smiles at you. I mean, we just got a new we had to get a new roof, and we had a raccoon in the roof, and then I had a mouse in my clothes and next to the cat's food, and stuff's been happening, and my shoulder was broken, and I can't use it completely. From I broke it at falling, being an old lady and not drinking enough, and I fell in Chicago. But so what? You know, like I said, sometimes the universe gives you a gift. Thank God for everything you get. Okay. Thank you so much. I send you love and hope. Okay. Talk to me. Bye bye.